Greetings, everyone. We're welcome to We Soar Above. We have Neil Roth with us today, and he's going to give us an insight into his Navan journey. Neil?
Well, one of the things that was involved in my getting involved in this business was the product line that came in that was in effect. I did get into it because I wanted to be in a home based business and create an income living at home, which turned out was a good thing to do during this pandemic. I started in September of the year before this pandemic. But I think it's important to understand that, from a standpoint of a business, you need a good product category, something that will change people's lives, that has an impact on their life. The daily detox we have is not a new product per se. It is improved over the older product, but it actually has over 15 years of actual use and experience. Over that period of time, there are literally thousands and thousands of people. I mean, at one point, back in the old company that originally had this 15 years ago, they were selling 80,000 bottles a month. That's how many people were being affected by this product every month. So, when you look at this, the one thing I was not concerned about once we got involved with this product was whether I had the product to do the business, because there are so many places. You can just ask your people who are involved in it. So many places you can go to see the different testimonials. There's actually studies, double blind studies. There's white papers. There's people who can talk to what it's done for them, and all different kinds of diseases. We don't claim anything medical. We can't say, "Oh, this will solve this problem." But by improving the immune system, by taking out all the heavy metals and the toxins out of the body, we've had some miraculous results from things like cancer. We have a young lady who was epileptic since she's 3 years old and was having seizures daily, has not had a seizure in over a year. I mean, that's sort of amazing. We have people with migraine headaches who get rid of it. People who just have really bad headaches who take it. People for kids. I mean, remarkable responses to this product for autism and ADHD. Autistic kids who were not talking, who started talking and eating. We have a cerebral palsy patient whose whole life is turned around. Went from having to be fed and bathed and could hardly, you could really not understand her when she talked, even though I mean, she's extremely intelligent and capable. Um, Now, if you talk to her, you almost don't know she has cerebral palsy, and it's all because of this product.
Mhm.
So when you're looking at something, um, you know, you can take this product, but your belief needs to come from other people for the time being. If you're a healthy person, I can tell you that over a 30-day period, you may feel a little stronger, you may sleep better. But what it's doing, it's a preventative healthcare product at that point. It's gonna make your immune system allow you not to get sick. Think
Right.
about that.
Mhm.
You know, what is better than not than getting better after you're sick? Not getting sick.
Right.
Benjamin Franklin said it long, long time ago. He said, "An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure." That's what this product is all about. So, not telling somebody about it is not good. It's a disservice. You need to let people understand it. Waiting to see if it helps you. If you wait 30 days, there's 100 people you didn't tell who might have been able to be helped by the product. We need to get out there right away, day one, when we do it, because that's what we do. We let people know there is something good in their life that we can give them.
Sounds good. And what about your personal health? How has it helped you?
Well, I mean, from a personal health standpoint, I've been taking it for 15 years, so I can tell you that it helped me in the past year per se. Though, I mean, I have instances where, for example, I had a diverticular abscess in my colon. They wanted to operate. I didn't want to operate, so I just took more of the product, and after 30 days, it was gone. Now, that happened to me. I do know that at my age, I have my body fat has gone down since this new product came out. It's gone down again. I just had my blood work done this past fall, and it was for one of the few times in my life it's perfect. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, there was nothing out too low or too high, which is pretty cool. And I'm not a young guy, so that's pretty good. I just think it keeps you healthy. Um, I know that I have literally hundreds, if not thousands, of people that I deal with in our business. From the standpoint of COVID, we've had a few people get COVID,
Mm-hmm.
not many, and the ones who did were pretty much asymptomatic.
Mm-hmm.
They got well really quickly.
Okay.
Again, a healthy immune system will fix itself. Will fix it. It's an amazing thing. The God gave us something to fix our bodies. We've just been abusing it by not getting rid of all these
Mm-hmm.
toxins and metals. That's all it really is. I mean, somebody asked me, well, why does it help? I said, well, if to give you, I like to give metaphors and examples, okay? So we're the United States and there's like 190 other countries. Picture us trying to have a war in every single country.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's going on in our body.
Right.
Our immune system is fighting, every organ is filled with these heavy metals and toxins, and it's fighting to get them out of the body and stop it from doing anything. And it's making you sick in different ways all over the place. You get that out of there. Now, if something specific happens to you, it can go attack that and fix it.
Right.
It can win that war.
Mm-hmm.
But if we give it too many wars, we got a problem.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right, because you're going to be your forces will your front line will be too thin,
Too
so that
thin.
the
I
enemy
burst
will get
right
it.
through that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I know it's a metaphor, but it really gives you a good idea of what I'm talking about. It really, that's a very layman's way of understanding why it's important to have a strong immune system.
Indeed, indeed. But you also have an amazing experience with your knees and other things, more than just the Daily Detox Plus, because you take everything.
I do. I'm a product of our products. And no, I believe the daily detox does help my knees somewhat because it does reduce inflammation in your systems. But I had gotten to the point, I was an athlete for a long time and had a lot of knee operations and wrecked my knee in so many different ways in the service and everything that I have bone on bone in my knees, and I had gotten to the point where I could not play tennis anymore, which is
Mm,
at this point in my life, the love of my life. I mean, I love to play tennis, and for 2 years I could not play any tennis at all. And then in January of last year, I decided that I was going to try to do it again when using our CBD. And I started putting our salve, the relief cream on it 3 times, 4 times a day. I mean, really put it all over. Taking the tincture, which is an internal version, so I work from the inside and out, twice a day, two droppers a day. And after about 3 or 4 weeks of that, I went out to play tennis, and I always laugh about it because I don't know if you ever remember the Munsters. You remember Herman Munster, the way he clomped around? Well, the
mm,
first time I went out on a tennis court, that's what I looked like because I was sort of afraid to bend my knees. And I kept putting it on, but I kept going out and playing. And today, um, I play an hour and a half to 2 hours, at least 5 or 6 times a week, if not seven, and with little or no pain. I can't say it's 100% gone. It's probably 99% gone. Sometimes I feel it, but it doesn't inhibit me. I'm not worried about hurting myself. I feel really strong with it. It's a tremendous product. And then by playing that much, I got tennis elbow, so I put it on my tennis elbow, and then my shoulder gets sore from serving too much, so I put it on my shoulder. It just works everywhere. It's a great product.
mm. Okay. Any more
I love our
comments?
products. I just love our products. I mean, they're great.
Yeah, I mean, I've only tried as you said, the cleanse and the restore, the detox plus and the restore. But I guess, yeah, I need to go all the way.
I have to tell you, the V Plus, for example, yeah, you really need to. You really need to try the V Plus. The V Plus does so many wonderful things to your body from an immune system standpoint, as well as fatigue and mental acuity and the ability to focus and live your life purposefully. But I mean, somebody was asking me recently, well, you say you're focused and mental acuity. What does that mean? For me, I played basketball in college, and we used to have this thing we called the zones. Every once in a while, somebody would go in the zone where the basket looked like it was 4 feet long, and I could just flip it over my head and then go in. You know what I mean? It didn't really matter. Well, that's what this feels like. It's like you're in the zone. You just like focus and see things like, when I play tennis now, when I take it, I can see the ball spinning better than I did before because the spin in tennis is extremely important to how you're going to hit it back. And I can see, oh, it's spinning that way. So I got to, what I mean? And you can make those instantaneous decisions because you're focused.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, I believe it's a tremendous product. I think it helps with getting rid of the fog in your brain sometimes, that kind of stuff, especially as you get older.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a great product. You should try that product. You love it.
Okay.
So,
Actually, make my corrections. I did try it this weekend.
but
You
you
know,
did
I did,
good.
and I was telling Sajda because she was telling me that it tastes like cough syrup. So I was like, oh, okay, because I don't like cough syrup.
Yeah, nobody does.
But then I shook it up real well, and I heard Christy had said it had the kick of ginger, and I did, I tasted the lime, the tangerine, and the ginger as the aftertaste in my mouth, and I was like, this actually does taste good, and I was doing a late nighter, so it did
Drink
help
it
me
cold. You
focus.
drank it cold, I hope, right?
I actually had it at room temperature, but I shook it up.
Drink it. If you drink it cold, you actually can like the taste. I actually like the taste now. I drink it all the time.
Hmm. But I did like the taste, I did.
Cold is a little better because a chaga mushroom can give a little bit of an aftertaste. The cold
Oh,
makes it better.
okay. Well, there you have it from the man himself. And I hope you learned something. Please get back to the person who shared this video with you. And until next time, let's all work to soar above. Thank you, Neil.
Thank you.